What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Hanging with Old Lou. I'm your host, Joshua Citrak, with my woolies on, and I should be drinking a hot toddy, but all we have is vodka in the house, so that's what I'm drinking. And I'm coming to you from the tundra, the frozen tundra of the north. And man, it got cold here like immediately. Anyway, old Lou, I hear it's in the 90s in the Bay Area.
Oh shit, yeah, motherfucker, it's love it. Hey, that's what I keep trying to tell people for. That will sometimes this is what we pay for. It's fucking October. You can play a softball game and fucking get a tan all of just right quick. It's lovely. 90.
Man,
I
you'd
can
have to
see
be white as
forever.
fuck to get a tan that time of year, though. I mean, I got a
Well, not if the
white
weather's
ass
just right.
I got a white ass family, and I tell you, we don't wear sunblock in October.
Well, not now, motherfucker.
Dude, I was thinking today, as I do on the toilet. Oh, so those of you who aren't watching, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you are listening to this podcast and you are a user of YouTube, it would be a great help for us, for you, to go
For you
subscribe to our
also.
YouTube channel. Hanging with Old Lou. You can see this podcast. You can see this podcast live and in color. Two of your favorite dipshits wearing
Two.
sunglasses.
One a jackass and one the head asshole.
It's like, and I was thinking, like, in San Francisco, in the Bay Area, specifically
Mm.
San Francisco,
Oh
you wear
shit,
one.
you about to
You
shit on the
wear
city.
you wear one outfit. You wear
Right?
a hoodie, a t-shirt, jeans, thin socks, and sneakers. And now
Mm.
I come here, I move into this fucking house, and I'm like, why the fuck are there so many closets in their house? Oh, because I need 4 seasons worth of fucking clothes, dude. I woke up, sleep. So I sleep in my underoos.
Okay, all right.
Woke
All right,
up,
you better than me.
woke up this
I
week.
sleep butt naked.
Woke up this week. Dogs got to go outside first thing. You know how it is.
Oh shit, I do.
And I stepped outside, and it was about 30 degrees. I'm barefoot
Oh,
in a t-shirt and my
oh,
Tommy Johns.
oh shit. So your
And
butt crack just froze
I
together.
just said,
Mm.
what in the holy fuck did I just do? It's 6 in the morning, maybe
6 in the
5:36.
morning. But are you sure it wasn't 5:36 in the morning? Crack of
Probably,
dawning?
yeah,
Were
it
you
was.
yawning?
Yeah,
Did you wipe the coals from your eyes? Come on now.
I hadn't even done that yet. Well, how's the Ice T song go?
Which was that?
It's the
I'm trying to think.
how's that Ice T song go? Let me come on. Everyone's yelling at us. It's like
I
John
know.
Conrath says. He's just like texts me. He's like, "You fucking idiot."
You go, John. I love you, John. John. Oh yeah. Hey, fuck the Niners, John. Love you. Every time. Hey, I tell you what, I love it because
It's
and it
6 in
happens.
the morning. Police at my door. Fresh shit needed
Oh,
squeak across the bathroom
that's
floor. That's
right.
what I was thinking
Oh,
of. Sorry, I just had the rhythm wrong because you were rapping the other song to me, and I'm like,
I was doing biggies. You went West Coast and I was coming from the East Coast. That's hilarious because we both were born on the other coast. You were born on the East Coast. I was born on the West Coast. That's just hilarious.
my shit's
You went Ice
international.
Cube. I went Biggie.
I'm like, no, Ice T. That's Ice T.
You went Ice T. I went Biggie. My fault.
You know who I heard on the radio? Well, the Sirius XM satellite radio the other day? Fucking
Who was
Body
that, my
Count.
brother?
Body Count.
What? I thought Body Count was part of the count already. He's still
Dude,
around?
no, wasn't that Ice T's metal band?
Right. Oh, that's
I
right.
just heard him. It
Duh.
was an old song from like the 90s.
Duh. Duh, that's
And
right. I
and I
remember
was
when
like,
Ice
God,
T started that shit, and
I was
people
like,
were fucking knocking him for it.
well, remember? Because they were like, that was, people nowadays, they're like, oh, defund the police, whatever. You guys are all a bunch of fucking pussies. Back in our day, we said kill cops.
Pussy.
Remember all
Pussy.
that? Remember
Yes.
all that gangster rap from the 90s
Yes.
was all about killing cops and shooting cops,
Oh,
and
vicious.
what did Snoop Dogg say? It's uh oh, what the fuck was his line?
All right, bring it out. Come on now.
I can't remember.
Uh-oh. Nothing but a G thing?
Dude, yeah. Is it that song? No. Oh, dude, my memory is fucked right now. I got up
It's
super early
okay.
and raked leaves.
Hey, you got
And
that
I had
extra
a
early.
beer and I had that's what I was saying. I had a beer at noon
God love you. God love you. It's
and
beautiful to
sat on
have
the
beer.
couch and
Fucking.
played Zelda.
That's fucking beautiful when you can do that, isn't it? It's lovely.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
what I
it's
was
not that
saying.
you
I
do it
was
every day, but
no,
doing
no,
it every
no. It's
once in a while is
Saturday, yeah,
fucking
it's
love.
good. Well, that's what I was telling my oldest. So I was at the
Hmm.
kitchen sink, had cracked
Right?
my beer, whatnot. I was getting, I don't know, what was I doing? Getting snacks or something for the kids. And I look across the way
Hmm.
and I see a neighbor and he's out in his yard doing the exact same thing I was doing at 7:30.
Nice.
I said,
Oh.
Francis, look at that guy.
Hmm.
See
Hmm.
him? He's
Hmm.
doing all the stuff that we did when we first got up. Now we get to go
Hmm.
play video games, and his ass is in the yard. And he's a Trump
Exactly.
supporter. He's got a
And
big
we did it.
Trump
Oh,
flag.
oh, 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 shit. Oh, damn,
It
dropping knowledge from each side. God damn,
nice,
God bless you, Papa.
nice
God
fella.
bless you.
But
God bless you.
oh, I've totally forgot to tell you, dude. All of the Biden Harris signs got stolen in my neighborhood.
What?
They all got stolen, and
And let me guess,
they
everybody that has the video that's pointed towards the street was out that night.
nobody has those here, dude.
Oh,
Dude, this isn't like paranoid fucking zombie land where you live. Dude, I
oh,
don't lock my
shit.
fucking house. You can walk right in my
Oh,
house. I don't lock it.
damn. Well, I don't really like mine either. I got, yeah, I don't.
Man, when I lived in San Francisco, I would wake up and check all the locks. And I lived on the second fucking floor. They ain't coming up those stairs. They ain't
Yeah.
coming up those fucking stairs.
Yeah, and if they do, God bless them, because by the time they get up, I'm dropping the fucking sofa down on top of them. I
Oh,
mean, it
man.
really doesn't. I mean, even my mother-in-law, when when we lived in the city, she's like, "You don't lock your door?" I'm like, "No." And she's like, "People could come in, blah blah blah." I was like, "Well, I have a Rottweiler, so the Rottweiler's just standing right here. So God bless you if you make it." Her,
Dude,
but as long as you're trying to get past her, shit, my, she'll kill you.
dude, this town that I live in at this time of year is fucking nuts. Because, like, so hunting season just started. There's just, like, dead animals everywhere. Do you lose audio?
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
like a little bit. That's what I'm trying to fucking.
But, so,
Keep
this
going, keep
is,
going, motherfucker.
so whitetail. I don't know if it's whitetail season yet, but it's definitely pheasant and turkey season. And there's feathers fucking everywhere here. Like, so I went to go buy a gun, and they're like, "Yeah, you have this gun, but there's no fucking ammo." Did we talk about that? There is no ammo to be bought. Like, how the fuck are these? Where are these hunters coming from? There's no fucking ammo.
What? Well, how is there no ammo? That's fucking bullshit.
Well, dude, I was talking with my neighbor, and he's like, "I got this great business idea. I want to start an indoor range." You know,
Yeah,
he's like, "There's only one range. It's just outside of town, but it's closed during the winter because it's outside." And so it's like,
right.
there's plenty of warehouse space here. Can do a range, and I was like, "Fuck, I'll invest in that shit because people here are crazy for guns." That's why you can leave your door unlocked because you probably got a shotgun hanging over it. But but he's like, "There's no ammunition. There's no ammo anywhere."
Really? And
Yeah.
why is there no ammo anywhere? I mean, that I don't.
What's the reason for everything now? What's the excuse now for
Oh, you
fucking
kidding me?
everything?
COVID, huh? Come on.
Everything. Why did it take a month for me to get my stuff from California to here? Because of COVID. Why is it that, the mail is running slow? It's because of COVID. You know, everything is because of COVID. You talk to someone like, hey, I want this thing made. Yeah, it's gonna take a while because of COVID. You're like,
COVID.
COVID? Why does the machinery have COVID? Motherfuckers, if no one has been paying attention, Donald Trump beat COVID like your dad used to beat your fucking mom. He's an
Come
old
on now.
fucking man. He's an
Come on
old
now. He
man.
didn't beat COVID like that now. Come on, Cletus.
Oh, did
Come
your
on
dad must
now.
have really whooped up on your
Dude,
mom then?
dude, 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 you just left California a couple of months ago. Why do you sound like you've been there living where you're living for the most of your life? Come on now.
I'm just saying the
That
truth.
motherfucker. Wait, come on, Cletus. You
He
gonna
he
you gonna
he
give
was
him?
sick for 2 days. He was sick for 2 fucking days. And he's an old, out of shape man. Like he should have, if COVID was that deadly, he should have been just snatched up.
Yeah, I'm not giving it to him. I'm not, my brother.
What do
I
you
mean,
mean?
shit, you get some shit that motherfuckers don't get. Some what? I mean, some treatment that what? Didn't he get some type of compassionate fucking what is it?
No, he got some experimental drugs.
Yeah, but he got it because they put in like a compassion for emergency compassion use or some shit like that. I mean,
Well, he's the fucking
fucking dumb
president of the
shit.
United
Look,
States.
that
He's the
motherfucker
president
got
of the
some
United
shit
States.
that not all of us get. We don't have that top
Oh,
notch
totally.
fucking.
I'm
I
not
mean,
disagreeing
so
with
I
that.
I can't give it to him on that. I can't. I mean, I
Why
know.
not?
Hey, you coming hard. Hey, I know that's your boy now. I get it. That's your
Come
boy.
on,
You
man.
coming hard.
No, you're sucking dick right now because
Oh,
you
hey,
can't
hey,
say
hey.
he was sick for a couple of days and that's it.
I don't think he
This
was.
disease
I
is
think he was getting that experimental shit for a while. I think he
he
was.
might have. He
I think he
might
was. I
have.
think he's not letting on to what the fuck was going on. See,
He
that's the
might
whole
have,
thing.
but dude, it doesn't fucking matter. This is what I'm saying. Is
What?
that this old dude, everything the health experts have said, older people who are out of shape, have high blood pressure, all the things that we know he has, get slayed by COVID. You're gonna kill, remember back in fucking March? You're gonna kill my grandma. Wear your fucking mask.
Yeah,
This
but
motherfucker
your
just walks
grandma
around.
doesn't have the same type of health care as that motherfucker. There's
I
too much of
agree.
that
I,
plays in on it.
I agree. I'm not
I
saying
mean,
that
think about
my
it this way: when that motherfucker went to the hospital, most motherfuckers are like, "No, no, I'm okay. Let me fight this shit off." Right? I mean,
well, he
most
is
of
the
those.
president of the United States.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you can't just come out and tell
Right.
me that you get all this experimental treatment that none of us get to fucking have. None of that. I mean, and you don't mention that. You don't say anything. You don't. All you just say is, "I beat it. I'm the best. My dick is bigger than my goddamn left leg." I mean, it's just like, look, god damn it. I mean, you got to be honest with everybody. That's why. I mean, come on. You don't. You're really gonna jock them a little bit that way? Come on, man.
No, what I'm saying, dude, is that everything that they've said that you're gonna kill my grandma, he's somebody's granddad.
All right, but you have to say you have to put in the same content. Then you have to give those people the same fucking treatment, and then we can say yay to that. See, not all those people had the same treatment. That's what I keep saying. You can't. I mean, the fucking the the test field or whatever is tainted. I mean, only he got the best shit of the best shit, as far as we know. But he got the best shit of the best shit. But Granny from old fucking the Appalachian Mountain, oh, her toothless ass didn't get that experimental shit, not one bit.
Then riddle me this, Joker.
Okay.
Why are, if infection rates are skyrocketing, why are deaths not?
Ooh, okay. I'm trying to think because Was I arguing that? But
I don't know.
I
I don't
couldn't
know.
tell you. I
That
think that's
just
beautiful.
I
I
thought
think
that was a
that
mic
should.
drop.
I'm like, wait a minute. I thought we were going this way, but oh, you want to come back this way? Okay.
I told you, man. I
Yeah,
woke up
I
at
wasn't
7 and
arguing.
raked leaves.
I was like, I wasn't arguing about that. I never even put my toe
My
in that.
argument is just this: it's not as deadly as we think it is. And I was just right before we got on the podcast, I was telling you I was texting with some friends of mine back home, scared to fucking death to get on a plane. And I'm like, you're a young, healthy person. What are you afraid of? You know, like I don't understand the fear. And maybe it is because I now live in a state where nobody gives a fuck. I mean, we wear a mask if we go into
Yes,
Walmart
that's
or whatever.
100% the reason. Like I said, I've commented to you before on this. I've said this to people the other day. I said, this motherfucker sound like he ain't lived in California, ain't even stepped foot in California.
Because y'all
And he,
motherfuckers are
I,
bitches. I can't
I
fucking
said,
believe
he
how
just left in
scared you are.
June.
I just cannot fucking believe it. Like,
And you didn't even subscribe to most of the horse shit before you left any goddamn way.
well,
So
that's true. That's true. So
that's
I
why
had a
I'm
head
laughing. I'm like,
start.
they didn't have that. He didn't have that much more to move the fucking barometer. But shit, I'm like, all right, look, motherfucker, come on now, Cletus,
The thing
come on.
is that here's the thing: is that if you feel unsafe or you are a person or live with people who have immune compromises, then you should probably stay home. For the rest of us, we should do our best to, in our areas, to invoke sanitary conditions. If you're at the store, wear a fucking mask, all that shit. We do that here. If we go to the grocery store, most people are wearing, it's not mandated here. And that's the thing, that's the key to me. There's no mandate. It's just, hey, they say masks help keep the virus from spreading, right? Right? That's what they say. And so they're like,
I'm agreeing
you
with
should
you.
wear a mask. You should wear a mask. There's no fucking Gavin Newsom telling salon owners that they can't give fucking haircuts when Nancy Pelosi can walk in there and get a fucking blowout. Everything's
Oh,
open.
true. But what you're telling me is that where you're at least they wear masks. See, we haven't been told that. We've been told that people that close in your area do not like to wear masks and fight to wear them.
That's not true. That's not true.
See? Okay.
People and see that's the shit that the media does to people,
Right.
and that politicians who want to polarize people do to people. Look, out of everybody you meet, 90% of those people would go help someone who's drowning, right?
Right.
And then there's those 10% people who would spit at someone at Walmart for asking them to wear a mask, right? Those people exist everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And if you explain to some, see, the thing that in my state, unlike the bitches over in fucking California, is that if we're spoken to plainly and reasoned with,
Sorry.
hey,
Right.
hey everybody, it's a good idea to wear a mask. It seems like it saves lives and prevents the spread. Okay, got it. Don't fucking make a government mandate to tell us what the fuck to do. You know? And that's one of the things I appreciate about this state. Man, you don't even got to wear a fucking seatbelt if you don't want to. You can text while you're driving in this state. That's cool. The cops will just wave at you. You don't want to wear a helmet when you're on your motorcycle? Cool.
Damn. Damn, he said I'm in a loosey goosey, goddammit. But can you smoke pot whenever you want to?
Goddamn, you walk. Don't you dare have a seed of marijuana on you. You fucking bury you under the jail. But hopefully that changes. Hopefully that changes in November. We'll see. All over my block. Hoping. All over my block. You see it's yes on A, yes on 26. So there's two amendments. A is medical marijuana, and 26 is amendment to the state constitution because the politicians in this fucking state are shit and corrupt and super Republican. They don't represent the state. The thing is that the politicians don't represent people. You know, in
No.
any state is what I'm realizing. Like, you talk to people, people just want to fucking live their lives, love their families, breathe clean air, and drink clean water, and not be fucking hassled if they want to smoke a joint or they want to fuck a dude if you're a dude, or
Yes,
whatever. People just don't want to be fucking hassled,
they
and
don't.
that's and hey, don't get me wrong. California has many good things. I love California. California is always home. Every time you hear me I say, my friends from back home. California's my home.
I don't know, man. I'm holding on to your card, so we'll hear how you sound in the next couple of months,
I'm
motherfucker.
wearing a fucking San Francisco Giants hat right now.
Mm, mm.
My kids were born there. I was married there. My wife is from there. I lived there 26 fucking years. It's my home. But
Right. Well,
I don't live there
well,
now. So, y'all.
he's like, so fuck them.
So,
Well,
fuck you.
even when I was talking with another friend of ours who, and I was telling him, about like, look, the one thing that even that I would say that I would critique even the Republican Party was on marijuana. I said, look, there's over half the states in our union have shit on legalizing it right now.
Yeah.
I said,
Well,
but not one tip top. You can't say Banner. The motherfucker's out of the goddamn
yeah,
shit. This
yeah,
and that. I
yep,
said,
yep.
but you don't hear one of those tip tops trying to advocate for it. And then they're
You
like,
know,
well, and they try to get on it. I'm like, no, no, no. Republicans talk about being about the vote and
yep.
what the voters want and blah blah blah. I said, but we
States'
voted that.
rights, right? States' rights.
Yes,
But
yes. And I
see,
said,
so
uh huh,
so I was having this exact conversation with my wife earlier this week because I was listening to the Rogan podcast with some dude who's an ex-military guy, Republican, black dude, with a capital B,
right.
because you can't say lowercase b anymore. But now I see that people are doing uppercase W for white people, and I'm like, come on now, these aren't proper nouns. They're just descriptions, right? But anyway, I'm a
Very much
capital
so.
J Jew. Like that would seem to me to be racist. If someone said Joshua, comma, capital case J Jew, I would just be like, oh, this motherfucker's an anti-Semite. But anyway,
With the quickness, you'd be like, in
oh,
convo. No, no. I know I would be ending convo real quick with an ignorant motherfucker like that.
what the fuck was I saying? Oh, wait. Old age is a motherfucker, man.
And it catches up on you quick, don't it? That's what I be trying to tell
But
motherfuckers. I mean, and
so I was telling. Sorry, I just caught the wave again,
yeah,
so I got to ride it. Sorry to cut you off,
go.
my brother, but I caught the wave. I
You
got to ride
go.
it. Remember that Kelly Slater surfing game for what was that for like Nintendo NES? Wasn't it?
Barely, yes, yes.
I remember playing that back where I was born in New York, and I was
Oh
like, wow,
shit.
they can surfing. You can jump off of waves. Like I had no fucking idea. Anyway, I better. You know how they say how many cycles were you, or wave cycles were you down for? Like when you crash on like a big wave and the
Right,
wave keeps just pushing you back down and back down.
right, right. You're like,
Dude, I feel like I've been like down there for like 35 minutes.
yeah.
But so they had this guy on, and he's pretty reasonable, all that, and then they just start talking about things like that, like personal freedom, like there should be less regulations, like, well, what about weed? Well, I drink whiskey, and I don't think there's much evidence for weed, and it was like half the fucking states in the country have it legal. It's well known that it's harmless and it helps people who are sick. Like
Thank
whiskey
you.
is poison. Like, we know these fucking things.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, I just don't know, like, and they just pussyfoot around it. Shit like that. And this is why. So this is how you know that I'm still the same person from back home,
Uh-oh.
because I
I'm
call
on the edge
bullshit.
of my seat. Let me know,
I call
goddammit.
bullshit
Show me.
on both sides. Is that the Republican Party, at least since Reagan, has thrown up this wall of bullshit from everything from, like, trying to tear down women's rights to gay rights to personal freedoms and all that. That these new Republicans, and I agree with a lot of them, I like a lot of them on most things. But there's such a high wall of bullshit they have to climb over, and they're tired. They can't do it. So they stop about 2/3 of the way up and they sit there. And so then there's, well, legal weed. Well, I don't know. I think it's a gateway drug. It's like, there is zero evidence of that. Well, climate change, I don't think is really 100% a thing. It's like, okay, I don't know what to tell you.
Exactly.
Well, it's just, these are all the personal freedoms. Who does it hurt? Put it to people like this. Who does it hurt if I fucking blaze a fat one right now?
Right.
Who the fuck does it hurt?
No one. Not a single
I want to
motherfucker.
get fucking lit right now. And frankly, I've been working on it since noon, so... What's the difference?
You're welcome silently.
So funny, dude. It's really funny being in a state where it's quite illegal right at this moment. But yet, in the city that I live in, if you could call, I wouldn't call it a city, but they do. Small town,
Well, if you got more than one stoplight, goddammit, you're a city out there.
There's not even a freeway within an hour from here. Like, I don't take my truck. Like, I'll stomp, put it in sport mode and stomp the gas at the stoplight to get to the Baptist church, which is about 300 yards. So I'll get up to like 60, brake hard, pull in, and drop my kid off for school. That's what I do. That's how I get my jollies.
Now all you need is for the kids to get out the goddamn car and be like, deuces.
Oh, they do. But they want a hug too, though.
Hey, I wasn't saying without the hug. You get the hug before you get out the car. And then when they shut the door, they'll be like, deuces. You'll be like, deuces.
No, I have to get out and get a proper hug. But it's like I was saying before the podcast when we were chatting. People around town blaze hella weed. It stinks like fucking shit that we used to smoke in San Jose back in the fucking 90s.
Ooh, that's stanky shit.
Except for my neighbor who fucking blazes some good shit. But I was standing in the liquor store yesterday just buying a sixer behind this brother who was buying Lotto scratch-offs and blunt wrappers, and this motherfucker stunk of weed. I was like, my God, stunk of weed. But California, like, dude, I'm a snob. I know what good weed is. And you've got some weed that's maybe grade B- to C, where I come from. Like,
right, exactly.
Californians would shit on you. But it was stinky. You could smell it.
Right.
But you know the smell, right? Like,
oh, I do.
The good weed just is intoxicating in itself of the smell. Whereas medium grade weed, he smells like he got some weed.
Yeah.
Maybe you might get a little high.
Right.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. It's like, me walking down there, it's like, you smell it, it's like, oh, somebody's getting high, and you just keep walking. It's not the shit that makes you stop, open up, breathe the air, motion the air in with your fucking hands. We're like, oh, shit, that's some good shit, boy. That's a good shit lollipop. Yeah, you don't have too much of it out where you at, boy.
None of it. Apparently, it's very expensive. I don't know. That's what I've been told by other people.
Oh damn.
But you got to play your cards close to the vest, right?
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
in the local food co-op, so where all the hippie chicks work, and
Right.
they sell CBD here. So I wanted to just get a download of what the fuck is this.
Right.
And so she's telling me. So she's like, well, CBD, and she's telling me like I'm a fucking moron, and I'm like, I'm from San Francisco.
Yeah.
I need you to talk straight to me
Yeah.
because I
Like, look,
probably
fuck
know
this
more
shit.
about what you're saying than you do at this point. And it's just by sheer fact of that I've been exposed to it for decades. And she was like, "Oh, well, what you want is this."
Yeah,
I was
exactly. It's
like,
like, look, I
"Thank
don't
you,
need to spill.
thank you."
Yeah.
So
Like, look, motherfucker, just look, I came in here. Can you not look at me and already know I know what the fuck I want? And then when I'm asking you, yeah.
yeah, that's the only time that I dropped that. Like pulled the card out. Like, look,
Yeah. Yeah. You're like,
you
look,
know,
look.
one of the dudes around town who bought my leather couch because it wouldn't fit in the fucking door, who
Oh,
moved
yeah, the
us
one
in.
that came and picked it up in the crack ass hours of night.
The dude still hasn't fully paid us for it, but I'm just like, what am I going to do? Come to your fucking
Yeah.
house? I'm like, just pay me whenever.
Yeah,
And
exactly. I mean, that's
he'll
going to
come
go
to,
more.
he'll show up at my house at like 11:30 and like text me and be
Yeah.
like, "Yo, I got a blunt. Let's go." And I'm just like, "Man, what am I? I'm not fucking 18, man.
Yeah.
I'm a 45-year-old man with kids. I'm sleeping in bed."
Yeah. This ain't Animal House, motherfucker. Could you get your shit and leave? I don't give a flying fuck
It's
anymore.
Tuesday night,
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah. If you don't fucking leave from here right now, I don't give a goddamn. Tomorrow I might be like, hey, how you doing? But right now, you about to get my foot in your ass. Fuck wrong with you?
Dude. Well, it's funny too because uh uh several African American dark skinned individuals can show up at a white person's house and take the couch from the lawn, amongst other things, and put it into the back of a pickup truck, and nobody says anything.
I was gonna say,
My
and not be called upon.
Nobody called the police. They just said, "Oh, someone's taking his couch."
Talk about neighbors, goddamn it.
Well, the next door neighbor's stoned as fuck, and
Right.
across the street, the ghetto apartment building. It's so funny because it's so not ghetto. It's just like they're just poor people. And then there's one drunk guy who falls down about once a week, and you have to go out and
Right.
see if he's okay. But that's it. That's fucking it.
That reminds me of when I lived over at the other place before here, because behind us, like a block and a half down, was that fucking trailer park.
Oh
Every now and then
yes,
you had
that's
this.
right.
Remember that deal? I had this one lady every now and then would just come and just be just pass the fuck out on somebody's lawn. Like you'd have to go out there and be like, just make it. Look. Well, what are you doing? I'm going to make sure she's fucking alive. Okay. Damn it, shit. You like, hey, how you doing? And the only thing she says is, I don't need an ambulance. Leave me alone. I'm like,
Oh,
look,
dude.
I'm gonna leave you alone, but I'm gonna shovel you down to the next neighbor's house because I don't want you fucking on.
Oh man.
I took that lady home a couple of fucking times, and and the greatest thing is, is she doesn't remember it's you, so she doesn't stand and talk to you when she sees you, when
I
she's
mean,
not drunk.
for a woman, that's got to be super dangerous, right? Like these are the kinds of things that
Yeah,
men
I would
don't
say
have to
yes,
think about.
but the ugly stick hit the fuck out this woman, so I don't think she had really to worry about that part.
I don't think creeps give a fuck.
I don't know if you saw this woman. I think you would have gave a whole lot of fuck.
I don't think creeps give a fuck.
I get you. I get you. And if anybody has
I
anything
mean,
wrong with what we said, please email us at hangwitholu.com at
no,
Gmail.
I'm bringing up real shit. Like women have to think about this. Men don't have to think about. Dude, I've been so drunk in San Francisco that I literally didn't know where I was. I know that city like the back of my hand. I've been so wasted that I can't even read.
Yes. Read.
I don't
Motherfucker, I
fear.
can't even get up. Yeah.
I don't fear for my safety.
Yeah.
But if I was a woman my
That
same
curb was
age,
just cold enough. I could just lay on that motherfucker. Are you kidding?
exactly.
Yeah.
Men don't have to think about that, but women do. Do you hear about like how homeless women get assaulted all the fucking time?
True
Like,
that. True that.
a lot of them not very well kept up on the hygiene, and unfortunately, because of the collapse of our healthcare system, in dire need of counseling, possibly medication, and definitely shelter beds and services that don't exist. I mean,
They don't.
what the fuck are people who have been out of work since fucking March doing right now?
I don't know. That's what I've always been asking. That's
What the? Oh
no
my god! Oh
stimulus.
fucking god, dude! If
Yeah.
if you do nothing for the rest of the weekend, watch the South Park pandemic special.
Okay.
It's on HBO Max.
Park
Holy
Pandemic Special.
fucking shit! I made the mistake of watching it with the kids. Don't watch it with the
Okay,
kids.
wait a minute, motherfucker. You've seen South Park before.
It's
There's
been a
no act,
long time. I don't fucking watch South Park. It's been a really
dude.
long time.
Dude, it jumped off with crazy shit.
I
Remember
mean,
that Saddam one with the motherfucker wearing a strap on? Come on now.
it's been a long time. It was my lapse judgment. I admit my failure as a parent, but I had to shut it off when they were fucking bats from Wuhan. Mickey Mouse and Kyle's dad were fucking bats in Wuhan on a bender. They were just on this bender, fucking bats in Wuhan.
Oh,
So
that's hilarious. Sorry.
I turned.
You know me.
My oldest was like, "Why?" They're just watching the cartoon. They're not hearing the
Yeah.
words, right? And I'm like,
Right.
I can't, in good conscience, allow this to continue, though it is very funny, and I
Yeah.
want to see the rest of this.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what. Well, you're making a good point as being a parent. I mean, that's what actually happens. It's not so much as that you're like, oh, my kids can't watch this shit. It's like, oh, I can't watch this shit. My kids are still up, and I can't watch this shit. And then you figure, well, I'm gonna watch it later on. There's a lot of us parents that don't watch that shit later on.
And I was one of them. Instead, we got high and we fell asleep.
Fell asleep. Yeah, the kids aren't up. Why didn't you watch it? The kids aren't up. I fell asleep. The kids
Holy
aren't
shit!
up.
I think there's nobody in my house. I'm gonna go downstairs. Keep the
Oh,
podcast
okay,
going
good.
because
Hey,
I've been
keep yours
what?
on. I'm gonna come in and come out because of my goddamn audio.
Okay.
All right, go look for the
Well,
kids.
No.
Oh wait, no wait, we can't do
I'm gonna
that
go
because
down.
nobody be here. That'd be dead space. I'll stay here. You go.
I'm gonna go down and get a drink.
Oh, you lost your liquor. Go get some liquor. Goddamn it, go.
The thing about this podcast is, I realize now I've been dominating it by yelling at you for. This is the second podcast in a row that I've basically just yelled at you for like an hour. So
Really?
now it's your time, Olu.
I've never heard you yell at me.
Fuck you! Go downstairs.
How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? I'm out here smoking on this good Shiba that actually I got from Lazy Old Farms. Lazy Old Farms was growing for us this year as they usually do throughout the years. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go. Oh, that's some delicious stuff right there. So yes, again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm puffing off some stuff from Lazy Old Farms. It's all delicious. It's like when you go in there and you stomp your own grapes or press your own grapes and then you put it in a bottle and you wait a little bit. See, that's what happens with Lazy Elf Farm. They let us come out, plant our own stuff, then they gonna take care of it all the way through. Some people might say it's lazy, but I say, hey, it's just like when you're making wine that you
Are you
you
doing an
bottle it, you let
advertisement?
the other people take care of it that know how to get it after you put it into the ground. So that's what I'm puffing on right now, and it's
Are you doing
delicious.
a fucking
Hey,
advert?
motherfucker, did you get your good shit
Are you doing a fucking advertisement?
for Lazy
Do you
Old
need to put?
Farms? Well,
Do you need to give them
I'm just getting
a
people.
security code to get 20% off or something?
Hey, I'm just getting people salivated for the shit that'll come out from the Lazy L Farms, which is quite delicious. Which I'm
Oh,
telling you something.
where can they purchase said product?
Just not yet. We're still in the development phase. We're still coming up with names. I mean, believe it or not, we came up with a name called Turpentine, and it's delicious, and it actually could take you to where turpentine could take you, so to speak. But hey, again, ladies and
Excuse me.
gentlemen,
Oh, I just broke my cardinal rule. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Lady, because there's one lady listening. Fuck, dude, don't drink a beer at noon and then do a podcast. That fucked me up. I had to go lay down. I was playing video games and I'm like, somebody else. I couldn't even physically play video games. I had to go lay down.
I know. I like it when you text me like, "Are we doing this?" I'm just like, "Well, yeah, motherfucker. I'm coming in. I'm looking at the time. I'm like, oh, the shit's earth." And all of a sudden, I was like, "Click. Let me go look at what I said in the message." I said, "Oh shit." I was like, "Oh, your time. Sorry. I'll be right there. Sorry."
Yeah,
And you were
yeah.
better than me. You went longer than me. I was like, "Holy shit!" But we're here, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing episode 107. Thank you very much for listening, tuning
So what
in,
do you think
downloading.
about this bullshit about them fucking the NFL canceling some games and moving the bye week around and all this shit? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Well, I chalk that up to them trying to get us all back to normal, right? I mean, we're all saying how we should do this and we should do that. So maybe they're showing us that even though when you come up with a positive test, we scrub it down, we wait a day and a half, blah, 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 we can move shit to start it back right back up. So maybe they're just showing us how the new norm should be.
Well, so I've heard
Hmm.
I've so here's the thing. Mask, no mask, vaccine, no vaccine. A typical pandemic takes about 18 months to run its course if you look at
Okay.
history. So we're looking at June.
Mm. Okay, June. I like that. But
So
here's I was gonna say because here's mine because you're talking about vaccine and just to jump ship a little bit. Do you think
would you take a vaccine?
that's what I was just gonna ask you? Would
Okay.
you? Do you think? I mean, and also go along with line with what El Presidente had. Do you think because he had it that his followers, who a lot of them weren't on board with taking a vaccine, are now on board? What do you think?
Uh, I have to admit that I'm a little skeptical about a vaccine that's been developed so quickly. Especially since you see some of the trials, so that like one of the major drug manufacturers
Right,
had to stop its trials because people were actually getting COVID, like they
right.
were getting
But
sick
wait,
from it.
but a lot of us, not a lot of us, but you and me have I guess we could say the luxury. I mean, well, I know you got a degree and all that, but I'm just saying our wives, my wife and his wife, your wife obviously has done a lot more in biology. My wife has got her
She's
degree in
not a
biology,
fucking
but the question,
biologist, dude. She's a fucking chemist.
that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, I'm sorry, chemist, done with all the shit. But I'm saying in the science era, in the science area.
Hashtag women in STEM.
Yeah, hey, there you go. But what I'm saying is like you and I, the questions that we have are answered a little bit easier than a lot of people out there when we say, "Hey, can this come to this?" Da 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 da, where
Well,
we can
that's
bounce
pretty
that off.
sad.
A lot of
Everybody
people
should.
don't have that, especially like Trump followers, where they don't realize that having this come to being injected into your body by this November is
Yeah.
so quick and so personally for me would be scary for me. It would be.
Well, I tend to agree. I mean, for the one thing, I think it's really sad that a lot of people don't have a scientist in their family. Like, we're really lucky in that way because we can just ask, like, hey, does this
Yeah.
sound legit or is this bullshit? And they're like, well, let me look at
Yes.
this paper and let me look at this. And, well, I don't know. It might be, but, whatever.
Right. Right.
So I'll say that first is that's sad for, you don't have access to someone who can break shit down for you scientifically, especially because we live in an era where there's a great push to accept a lot of kind of science that most people, including myself, does not fucking understand, like climate change, like the virus, and
Mm-hmm.
what about all the artificial intelligence, all shit like that, all kinds of stuff where it's like I don't understand that, I don't know how it works, but you can tap people. My wife works at a
Right.
university. I can go down there and conversate with fucking people who teach quantum physics. Like I can ask them, "What's fucking quantum computing?" And they're like, "Well, it's da 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 da." And you're like, "Okay."
Right.
Like, how
Right.
would you teach it to your class? And they'll tell you. But
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is like from where we're coming from. It's not like you and I are like trying to. We're self-diagnosing. We actually have people that we can really lean on and be like, "Hey, da 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 da."
but we
then
do a
when we
lot of
look at
self-diagnosing
motherfuckers
too.
that, but I mean, we got a lot, like you said. We got motherfuckers that we lean on that can't lean on. You're like, you know, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like like you said, it is a sad thing that I guess it's not so much as maybe
Excuse me.
somebody doesn't have somebody of science, but somebody that at least
Yeah.
has some knowledge of something
Yeah.
to at least steer you in the right direction.
Yeah, but I mean, I think there's a lot of like on the left side, there's a lot of false knowledge and false confidence about it. Like, hey, I went to school and got a fucking English degree, therefore I know how quantum physics works. It's like, well, nah, actually, no, you don't. But there's a lot of
Yes.
false, and maybe even false trust in certain groups that may seem like they hold the keys to knowledge when really they're just bullshit fucking artists.
So what you
It's
could say in the biblical sense, false prophets.
yeah. I was just thinking that it's just so easy to be fooled when you want to trust, Like,
Yeah.
oh well, this person is, you know, it aligned with my camp.
Hmm.
Therefore, they have a certain amount of trust. Oh, they're telling me this. I guess I believe it.
Right.
It's very easy to succumb to lies or half truths. I mean, half truths are really the problem, right? Because there is a nugget of truth in there. It's just like it's not going to be
Yeah.
helpful to anybody at all. I'd rather you believe a lie because I can disprove that. But
Right. And
that's the whole QAnon thing, right? Is that there's a nugget of truth in there. It's like fucking Ronnie James Dio said, "Tell a little lie with every truth." That's how you get to people to believe you. Fucking Dio,
yes.
rest in peace, motherfucker. And
Rest
that's
in
what
rest.
the devil horns that Dio popularized. If you're not watching the YouTube video,
I have been teaching the girls on like you said, like trying to tell half truths or trying to catch motherfuckers that do that. And I've been teaching them more or
yeah,
less like, I mean, we always tell people, listen to people's words and this and that, and then
yeah,
all of a sudden it turns around to watch their actions because I can hear what da 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 da.
yeah,
And I always tell them, I'm like, look, I said, when I told, as you do, as you are, and you're about to learn, because teaching your kids about people's personality is a son of a bitch. because you're like, hey, you got to. You're like, you're looking, you're like, I want to tell you to remember this, but somebody could act like that, but not be this way. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, well, you can't download everything you know into them, right? Like I was
right,
having that conversation with my 6-year-old this week. He was his one of his chores is loading the dishwasher,
mm,
and so I have a bunch of uh, nice chef's knives with the wooden handles, but one of
right,
them is like an offset scalloped blade knife for like really it's just a glorified fucking bread knife, but it's a cool looking knife.
right,
And when I had it when I was cooking, it was like one of the prizes of my knife collection.
right.
And I worked at a restaurant where the I don't know I can't remember what position she worked, but she would call out the orders. Um, Expediter. That's what she was. Um,
Right. Oh,
and she was the cutest, black haired, lightest blue eyes, and lily light white skin. She was the cutest, and I was just like, whatever. And she's like, let me use your knife, and she cut my knife this knife across the plate, which as if you're a chef, you're just cringing. And then she dropped a hot plate on it, and the handle broke all the way around, so it cracked. It didn't break off, but it's
the
always been
fuck.
that way. She was a cute girl, Jeffrey. I didn't say fucking shit and whatever. And
All
then,
good in the neighborhood, huh?
well, she ultimately got me fired, but whatever. The long and short of it is, as I was telling him, I was like, look, you do things for some people, it's because, or because it's a pretty girl who
Yes.
doesn't appreciate what you do, like you're wasting your time. Like you need people who are real in your life, who care about you. If they're pretty girls or not, who cares? You do things for them. Pretty girls can be your best friend. That's,
Yeah.
they can be down, they can be ride or die. But
Mm-hmm.
you gotta measure what people are doing. And he's been talking about it all fucking week. We had this conversation on like Tuesday. And every day he's like, Dad, if a pretty girl does this, I won't do things for her unless she's my friend. And I'm like, okay. You know,
You're like, yeah, yeah. You're like, yes, you would.
I believe him. I believe him.
See that see that's the part about because you're gonna hand out that advice,
Yeah.
and a lot of that advice will go to that point. Like well, a lot of times, yeah, they're not gonna do what you. They're gonna follow your advice, but then there's a lot of times it's like, well, Dad, I'm not gonna do this, and you're looking right at him like, no, no, you're gonna do it. The advice I'm giving you is, after the fifth time you make that same mistake, you'll hear my voice then. You're not gonna hear my voice, you know, every
Yeah.
time the first
Yeah.
time that you make that mistake, second or third. It's usually the fifth time that they hear you. I mean, it's not right away. And that's, I mean, that's when sometimes, which you won't do, because I haven't done it, which sometimes you realize at 1, 2, 4 in the morning after you've been drinking at our age, and you're like, oh shit, that now I know
How
why
the
my
fuck
mother
do you
was
stay
mad. You
up
want to
that
call?
late? If I'm up past 9:45, I die. Like I physically die, and like somebody has to like hit the reset button on the game of life for me. I can't
Sleep.
stay up. I can, dude. I've done this thing
Right.
where I've stopped watching my iPad. Like when I get in bed, like normally I would like watch fights or jujitsu matches or movies or whatever.
Right.
I stopped doing that. I don't pick up my iPad. I turn my phone away, put it in a drawer, and I'm like, "Did you watch that fucking thing that I told the social dilemma,
Social dilemma. Yes.
dude? Isn't that fucking insane? Like, like, and that's what I think that a lot of our problem, like we were talking earlier about COVID and like, well, these people aren't wearing masks because they're saying fuck you, mask. This is social media amplifying shit like that. That you know, and not to discount or to denigrate from people who have been treated ill by police. That shit doesn't go viral if the cop goes, "Hey, do you know what you're doing? Yeah, I was speeding a little bit. Yeah, can you slow it down and also buckle your seatbelt?" Okay, sorry, officer. No problem. Have a
And
nice day.
I don't know why that doesn't go viral, because that should go viral. I mean, that really should. And it should. What do I always tell?
Because
I tell everybody.
because the algorithms don't make it go viral, right? Like people want to be mad about shit. That like they said in that fucking documentary. And ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. It's called The Social Dilemma. It's a great documentary on how social media is basically reteaching you how to think. Like that part. Who was it who said that? That social media is not like, oh man, what the fuck did he say? Basically, social media isn't a way that like, influences us. It actually is a thing that changes the way that you think. He's that fat dude with really, I'm not fat
Yeah,
shaming him, but with a big beard. And
yeah,
he's written a
and
book
see, that was
about,
hard for me, about that, because it says it changes this way and this, and it's interesting for me because I come from a group that saw it one way and nobody ever really shined a camera this way. Now that the camera's showing you this way, everybody's thinking a
yeah,
whole different. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just
yeah.
kind of like
Well,
where you're
well,
like,
when you see like with Instagram, like there's
yeah,
filters and shit that can make you look a way that you don't fucking look.
right, right,
And there's
right,
like there's this lady. I think we follow her on the Hanging with Old Blue Instagram because we also follow a lot of ladies who just show their butts.
yes, we do,
And then she shows what those pictures take to get made. Like 6 fucking hours of them taking pictures of this girl's fucking butt.
right,
And then it just looks, I'm just cute. Like, and then girls, young kids, have to look at that and go, oh my God, I don't look like that. Now there's fucking filters, there's, the airbrushes and all that shit. Like, it's not fucking real.
right.
After I watched that, go ahead, dude.
But what I'm saying is that we've been saying it's not fucking real to the point that there's enough of us alive that are younger than us that know that and just keep going with it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
really, there
Well,
is. I mean, we
so those are people who are willingly tricked into being from being a superhuman powerful person into being a slave. Like you got tricked.
right,
You willingly tricked yourself into doing that. Why would you do that? Wake up.
right.
Wake up.
Yes, and I would say that that one of the what is the new phenomenon now is they call them the Instagram models. There's like tons of
Well,
those
it's
out
it's
there.
not even that. It's what's it? OnlyFans? OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. That's the next. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and I look at some of those and I'm like, holy fuck! Like, there's no way. I mean, I don't know. God, but I don't know how we could turn, or what do we turn, or what are we going to pivot to from that?
So the guy that I'm thinking of, it's called 10 Arguments for Deleting Your Social Media Accounts Right Now. Jaron Lanier. Sorry, I was gonna, I confused him with Jared Diamond, who wrote Guns, Germs, and Steel, Guns, Germs, and Steel. But Jaron Lanier, if you want to read that book, I found it. I thought it was great, but I still have social media accounts because I have shit to promote, and that's the thing. Like, where's the I think like my relationship right now with social media is pretty good because I post stuff I connect with people, I promote my business, I promote my podcast and all that, but I don't get into the weeds of like, oh wait a minute, did you say sexual preference? Because
Right.
that's racist or whatever. I don't know.
Well, we've grown past that because we've all been guilty of that for a little bit of a tippy pause into that where we're just like, again, did you say
Yeah.
this and that? And then all of a sudden we've realized like, look, goddamn, look, we're just trying to put out our content. If you don't, if you say some negative shit about it, well, fine. No need to fucking talk to you because,
Yeah. Yeah.
we've already reached you. We know that you're going to come back and peak again. So, there's no reason to fucking talk to you. I mean,
Yeah.
I see
Yeah.
us at that, at
Well,
that.
well, the I mean, I think that ultimately, like I believe everything. I believe everything. No, I don't. There's a lot of stuff in that documentary that makes a lot of sense to me.
Hmm.
And then there's a part of me that says, well, people like that are weak. Like we've fallen into the trap. You and I have fallen into it where we get on Facebook and we fight with people or Twitter or whatever. And then we look at ourselves in the mirror the next day and we go, fuck, I just wasted 6 hours of my life thinking about some dipshit who might be a Russian bot. Why did I do that?
Right.
And then you don't do it again, right? You don't go back and do it again.
Right.
But a lot of people do. Like I see people on there like for fucking, posting every 15 minutes for like 12 hours. And you're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you
Well,
doing on there?
well, that's my
Well,
next step with Facebook, actually, or that shit is now, I pulled away from, arguing with people that now I just go down the rabbit hole of reading what other motherfuckers say to each
you
other.
can't do
So,
that.
yeah. So now that's my next thing is I'm reeling myself back like a big ass fat shit piece of fucking tuna out in the wild, like I'm like, look,
The
motherfucker,
million
you need to
dollar
stop.
tuna.
Yeah.
We'll sell
I'm
you
just
in
like, look,
Japan for $1 million motherfucker.
yeah. Because sometimes I'll start reading this shit and I'm like, oh my God, we're going on 45 fucking minutes. I
Yeah.
need to, and
Yep.
because I took myself out of writing and saying shit back to motherfuckers, because I had to
Well,
stop
that's the
somewhere.
thing, right? Because that's the one thing that I just don't do anymore. Like I just cannot do it. Is
Right.
comment back to somebody. Like I've seen so many things that have been just like, fuck, what the fuck is wrong with this person? And be like, I'm gonna say something. No, you know why? Because the rest of my day is worth more to me than
Yeah.
clapping back at you. You know,
Yeah.
and that's the decision you have to make, right? Is the rest of my day with my family, with my friends, is that more important to me than clapping back at you and then going, fuck, this motherfucker clapped back at, fuck this guy. And
Yeah.
you're with your family and you're like, I've been there in like
Yeah.
viral Twitter wars where it's just like, boom, boom. And I'm like, what am I doing? What am I
Yeah.
doing? You know?
Exactly. That, I mean, and that's the whole thing that even I think about again, like you said, what am I doing? Da, da, da. Like I'll read shit and that, like I said, my second thing now is reading. So,
You
which
can
is
read?
fundamental, ladies and gentlemen. So fucking read whenever you can. But,
I can't believe
it's
you can
falling
read.
down that, that rabbit hole.
You can't fucking
All of a
speak
sudden
or type, so.
I'll start reading something. And like I said, it's like, okay,
You can't
now
read.
I gotta stop. Because sometimes these motherfuckers say some shit where you're like, are you fucking kidding me? And then it's like, like,
Yeah.
stop, motherfucker. Pull back,
Yeah.
pull back. I mean,
Yeah. I, dude, I totally get it. I'm with you. Like, the Facebook thing, I've been on Facebook a little bit more recently because starting my own business, but like,
yeah,
besides that, Um, I look at these scribes and I'm like, holy shit, you've been doing this for 4 fucking years.
right?
Trump bad. And here's why. Motherfucker, we all know that.
We do. Yeah.
Why are you wasting go hug your daughter. Go
Go not only
play
hug
with
your
your
daughter, but
dog.
at least if you're going to keep telling me he's bad, could you tell me somebody who's doing something good or direct my attention somewhere else
Thank you.
other than this?
Thank you.
I mean,
And that's the fucking thing, isn't it? Fucking is that
yeah.
the whole platform of Democrats has been built on Trump bad rather than what you gonna fucking do, motherfuckers. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? They haven't said. It's just Trump bad. I
Yeah.
get it. I'm already way past that hurdle.
And
What the
if they
fuck are
did,
you gonna do?
if they haven't realized something, which I think they should have in the last 3 years, if you come up with a good fucking plan, Trump actually will go with it because you know what? Our nation will say, hey, yeah, no, we like that. And as soon as somebody says, hey, I like that, Trump will go, I like that too.
Yeah.
And we'll go with it.
Oh, you bring up a fucking brilliant point, dude. Is that the Democrats totally missed their point to just manipulate the fuck out of this motherfucker? Because this
They
guy
could have been
is
Geppetto
so
like a motherfucker.
they could have their hands up his ass, moving him around.
Yep. Jeff Durham with the side of Geppetto. Yes. Yes.
Dude, this is this that is insane. Like if that's why I just get so fed up with the Democratic leadership. They're a fucking
Thank
bunch
you.
of fucks. They're just power hungry old fucks. Fuck you. Go fucking die. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here with your fucking blowout and your fucking whatever the fuck. Go fucking die somewhere and go fuck yourself.
I mean, all they needed to do. He's like, "Oh shit, fuck you, suck a dick, kiss an ass. I'll
Oh
fuck
wait,
you in your eye
yeah. Oh
socket."
no, I didn't tell him to
Here,
suck a
let
dick.
me.
And by the way, suck a dick too. You see,
But
like
you know
with
what?
that brother who's running for
Off of Lindsey Graham.
no against Nancy Pelosi, Shahid Buttar, I think is
Oh,
his name.
right, yeah.
They fucking threw some. I don't know if it's 100% bullshit, so I'm just gonna say they threw like, oh well, there's like a whole sexual harassment thing around him. This apparently he
Yeah.
claims it's not true. Pelosi is that afraid of someone who's so tiny running against her. She's run
Hey,
unopposed for as fucking long as I've lived in San Francisco.
right. But I'm not even going to say
Unopposed.
afraid. I'm just going to say that she's just playing politics. She ain't had to play it
To
in
say
as many
someone
years as you
fucking
said that she
raped
was
someone is
unopposed.
fucking bullshit. But to
Well,
just
she's
make
been
shit up
unopposed
like
for that many years, so we hadn't had to see this tactic from her. But that's what I'm
that's what I'm
saying.
saying. Yeah.
She threw it out there, and I was saying this. I want to say, and I'm shit you not, because I got the hell sitting right over here. I was talking to her the other night about being a politician.
Wait, there's
I
other
said
people in the room?
McConnell. Yeah. She's sitting right here. I said McConnell
Who?
and Nancy Pelosi are fucking politicians through and fucking through. For whatever reason, I said if you step back and watch them both, we hate them for the same reasons, blah 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 blah. I said, but look at them. They are politicians.
Yeah.
They know how to get through this shit. And just as you brought up, well, Pelosi's brought this up on this guy, and we don't know, blah blah blah. I'm like, it's a politician move, man. They know how to do it, and when they pull it, it's just like, holy fuck, we ain't seen this in a while, or blah blah blah. They do it. Mitch McConnell, he's done it. I mean, again, I wouldn't be surprised if McConnell won. I'm not. I mean, he shouldn't, but I wouldn't be surprised. Nancy Pelosi. Ooh, shit! I already foresee it happening. I do.
Well, the thing is the Democrats are in a great position, right? They don't have to govern. They don't have to lead. They can just criticize and lose and get
Yeah,
money.
but I think
That's
the, I think I think the Democrats dropped the ball because they could have had the heads, you know, the head of the snake taking on, all the shit that's going on that everybody sees, the Supreme Court, all COVID and all that. But they should have had the underlings dealing with the infrastructure and building and trying to pass bills, of those natures. I think they would have done better for themselves. Because I mean, just as much as the Republicans have been fucking stumbling and jerking off with Trump, the Democrats haven't put anything forth, especially in infrastructure. Nothing of that nature. You
yeah,
know, I mean, the only thing that
totally.
Trump has given us is elect me and then I'll show you what I got. I mean, come on.
Totally. And that's why I'm saying the Democrats, those incumbent fucking party, stalwarts, are in a perfect position. They don't have to govern because they just say, "Well, Trump fucked up." They
Right.
don't have to lead. They just say, "Well, Trump isn't doing it." They don't have to be in power because it's easier for them to criticize from the side.
Right, but they could have put
And
themselves in power for the
they,
next 6 years, not 8,
there
6,
are they already have there's
guaranteed.
what do you mean they have power? There's two systems and both of them have power. The
Yeah,
the
but
whole thing of
I think they
the
could have
whole thing of
wrote enough on this time and took over the Senate as
no.
well as the Congress.
Who else does? Who else has power? Does people who voted for Jill Stein, do they have power? No.
Oh hell
Do
no!
people
Come
who
on.
vote for Gary Johnson, do they have power? No, they don't. The Democrats and the Republicans, it's evenly matched. Some
Yes.
some may be more in government than others at some time, but that doesn't mean that they both don't have fucking ultimate power. They do. They say, oh, well, they want to put in this crazy bitch who believes in fucking abortion. Abortion is murder. That's what they're playing you right now. They're
Yeah.
playing you on this shit right now.
Yeah.
They
I
are
mean,
fucking.
you know they do, and you know they have been. I mean, they told you in the beginning it really wasn't about Trump, doing all these new things and making the country better and great again. It was about getting Trump in so the Republicans were able to nominate and change the whole judicial system,
And the
you know?
Democrats were happy to let them do it
And they
because
sure the fuck were.
they were
They
so happy because then they're like,
weren't
we don't
they?
have to govern. We just say, oh no, that's wrong.
But they don't
You
realize how
are
that's
all
going to come back and
racist.
bite them in the ass.
No, I think like when you see the New York Times, the Washington Post, the LA Times, their readership is up. These media companies, they're profiting right now on the fact that the Democrats are getting their ass kicked because they're disconnected from fucking people. You know,
Oh,
is that
oh,
is
oh, they
that
are, but so are the Republicans. I mean, both sides are. You and I both fucking know that. I mean, they are. I mean,
yeah, it's true.
whomever
Yeah.
whomever the Democrats are appealing to, they fucking disenfranchised, the rest of the whole fucking 75% of the Democrats. Just like with Republicans. Anybody that's fucking jumping on with Trump has fucking pissed off 75% of the Republicans. I mean, it really fully has. I mean, when you got fucking senators coming out talking about how he fucked up and he's done it this way and he looks this. I mean, you haven't heard that in what, in 8 years? Because everybody from the Republican Party's been on Trump's dick since then.
Yeah, I mean the wheels are coming off, but like who knows what's going to happen? But
Oh, I'm not saying
I
that
mean,
Trump
I
won't
think
lose. He might win. I can see him winning. I'm not
it's
going to lie
totally
to you.
possible. It's totally
Yeah,
possible.
like
But I
big
mean,
time
I
possible.
mean, again, that's on the Democratic Party. I said it in 2016. if you let this fucking orange clown beat you, you put up a shitty ass candidate.
You said that. Yes, you did. I remember that. You said that, and I was ringing.
I pissed off a lot of people, but I'm sorry.
Hey,
You
no,
put
you
up
told the
a
truth because
my
I rode
God.
your
I could.
coattails.
My
Yeah.
yellow lab would beat Trump in an election.
Oh, hey, why you bullshitting?
One of
Because
her
I rode.
ears flops back, and then the other ear flops forward. She would beat she would beat his ass like your dad used to beat your mom, and like Trump used to beat COVID.
Jesus, shit! Like your mom was my thing. Hey, but that's what I'm saying. Is that yes?
I'm retiring from this podcast.
Yeah, I was gonna say you better drop the mic and just walk away. He's like, oh shit, I won. You won in the way that you're gonna get sniped from
Yeah.
2 miles out in the
Yeah,
snow in
you gotta
Siberia.
close the blinds of this place.
Yeah, I was about to say 5 years later you're gonna be hacking, cutting up wood for the winter and shit, and there's snow already around. And from a mile out you're gonna get hit. The dog will be barking in the
What was
distance.
it?
Ruff, ruff.
What was it? Down and to the left. Down and to the
Yeah.
left, right?
And I'll be sitting there going, good job, mama. Good job. He done us wrong, mama.
It was.
He done us wrong.
I ain't done nobody wrong recently. All right, old Lou, is there anything else that you would like to discuss? I am out of booze and I'm drinking water just to stay hydrated
Shit.
because
If you out of booze, goddammit, we might as well end the shit, goddamn. I mean, you can't be out of booze.
well, I
and
can
be
go
hanging out.
downstairs. I can go downstairs and get more, but
Well, you could. I would say do that now. I mean, we can. I got time to talk. You got time to talk. Is everybody asleep? Everybody chilling?
you know what I was thinking about making for dinner though? Was fried chicken,
Oh
biscuits, gravy,
Oh. Oh.
and broccoli.
Oh. God damn.
And it's 5:17 at my house right now.
That's,
So what do you
that
say we
sounds
just end this?
delicious. My stomach even went. Oh.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, my stomach made some
mine did-
noise from that
mine did
goddamn
too.
menu.
Mine did too. I've been thinking about it for a couple hours. So
I mean, whew. I mean, that's delicious. I mean, I thought you were gonna go with the menu from the Blues Brothers, but you took a twist with the gravy and all that. That's delicious.
biscuits, gravy. The fucking cats are eating. They're getting up on the stove and eating the bacon fat that I stored up there.
Oh,
They like stick their paws in it and then lick their paws
Yes.
in it, and they don't get it all, and so there's grease paws fucking everywhere in the house.
all over. It pisses
Do
you
not
off.
get any pets. Like I've decided. This is what I've decided.
Well, what
is
you
that-
decide?
My gecko lizard, who doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't wake me up. He doesn't bark. He doesn't disturb me in any manner. He just sits in the bathroom. He lives in his cage, and I'll feed him every couple of days, and he comes out, and then I'll pick him up, and he's walk around, and then he goes back in his. That is the
Wait
best.
till it's 20 below. You're gonna be screaming.
That- That is the best fucking pet. No, he's upstairs. It's warm upstairs. That is the
not
best
December
fucking pet
16th.
That's the best fucking pet I've ever had. He doesn't bug me for anything. He doesn't
Oh,
chew
fuck.
my socks. He doesn't piss on my bed. Any of those. A gecko lizard is the best thing you can fucking have in your life.
Yeah. Like I said, wait till it's December fucking 16th and you have to get up in your galoshes and go over to the fucking vets to take this goddamn gecko
There's
to see
no
what's
vet
wrong.
here that deals with this motherfucker. This motherfucker dies alone and in pain. What do you mean? We live in fucking small town, rural mid-America.
Yeah. That gecko gonna die come winter.
Hey, I
Good
rescued him. So that's all
Oh,
there's.
wait a minute. I got something to tell you about your goddamn your goldfish. Sam? You want to tell me about the goldfish?
Hopefully they died.
Come tell me about the goldfish. Come on, tell them what you're gonna
Did
do with
they
the
die?
goldfish. You got
Did
to
they?
hear this. These are
They
goldfish.
killed
Yeah,
other
tell them.
fish.
Tell them about the goldfish.
Your goldfish are pigs.
Yeah, yeah.
They eat
I tricked you.
everything.
I tricked
They
your
eat.
kids to
I put
taking
some
them.
new plants in there. Start eating the plants, and then I have all these bottom feeders. So I have to, put some
Yeah.
like algae wafers that sink to the bottom.
Yep.
They eat those too.
Yep. Sam, you're looking pretty good, I gotta say.
Huh?
You're looking really good.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I've been on a meal plan trying to lose some weight here.
Yeah. No, I think you look really good. Why
Oh,
don't we say
thanks.
you and I do a podcast together, and then your husband will just sleep on the bed?
Yeah, sure. I can talk about fish all day. That's kind of what I've been spending time, after I got the chickens established. Now it's all
I
about the
I
fish.
don't think that we're gonna get the chickens this year, or this coming year, because, gosh, it seems like a lot of work.
It's some work up front, but I mean, once you get everything you need, they're pretty low maintenance. They need a coop,
Yeah.
and you gotta lock them up at night if you have a lot of predators, raccoons, possums, stuff like that in your area. You have to lock them up. But once you get all the stuff you need, they really just need feed and water, and then change of bedding every now and then. And then, well, you have to clean up chicken poop. That's the only thing. And even if you free range them, they'll just go everywhere. And some of them, they wait till they get on the porch and then they take a shit right there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because we've got to blow out. So the fence is really weird, and so we've got to extend it all the way back, and then we're going to put the coop back there. And it's like, oh, but we're also trying to do a lot of other things. And so my neighbor has I think he has 3 hens.
Uh-huh.
And they just run around his yard. But
yep.
Yeah, it just seems like it might be a
Are
little
you planning
too
to free range them when you get them?
I don't know. I don't even know what that means, actually.
That means they get to go all over your yard, or you could fence them in a chicken run, so that they're contained somewhere.
I think we're going to fence them in.
Yeah, because you saw they destroyed our lawn.
They destroy everything. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll destroy everything. I mean, they scratch and peck the ground like there's no tomorrow, and that's what they do all day. And then they just eat the grass. They like greens. They eat the grass, and
blueberries.
That's the only thing. If you have a lawn, I'd suggest putting them in a run.
Yeah,
so
that's what we're gonna do.
It's contained.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they won't poop everywhere.
Yeah.
That's the other.
All right,
anyway,
I'll talk to you more about this. Do you want to say
definitely.
Suck a dick, kiss an ass? Because we're going to end this.
All right. Okay, well, he's back here.
Oh.
He said that he's going to end it. See you later.
See ya. Oh, your internet just got really bad. What the heck happened?
Did it?
You walked into the room and broke the internet. Okay, Olu, you know what they say?
Sir. You know what they say? They always say, suck a dick, kiss an ass, motherfucker. To the
All right.
side of Pub Mahone.
Thanks, everybody.